I'm back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. Today, a couple of interesting notes, both in regards to Star Wars: The Clone Wars. There is an article that's come out by comicbook.com that has talked about the reason that the Clone Wars was originally canceled. And this reason comes by way of Daniel Logan, who was voicing Boba Fett during the Clone Wars. There was a pretty significant Boba Fett arc in the Clone Wars, and it was being continued up until they actually shot a scene of Cad Bane and Boba Fett having a showdown, like an Old West showdown. And I actually am going to cover this article, and at the end of this, we're going to watch this unfinished scene together, as it is out there on YouTube. It has been. I've seen this, but it's been about 2 years ago. But I want you guys to be able to see it too. So we'll just take a look at it as well. This article is from Cameron Bonomalo. Star Wars: The Clone Wars was canceled because it was, quote, getting really graphic. Star Wars: The Clone Wars was canceled following Disney's 2012 acquisition of Lucasfilm because the fan-favorite animated series was getting, quote, too graphic, says Boba Fett voice actor Daniel Logan. Quote, Disney, they canceled it. I think it was getting a little too graphic, actually. It was getting really graphic, Logan said at London Comic-Con. Quote, Boba was doing some really, really cool stuff. He started actually becoming a bounty hunter. Logan, who portrayed a young Boba Fett in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, before reprising his role in the animated series, added, at the time, it was just too graphic, I think, for what Disney was used to. We'd actually recorded 7 episodes that didn't air, Logan said, pointing to an unfinished episode that would pit Fett against Cad Bane. So there's so many episodes that was coming up, and Boba was just doing some really cool stuff. Before the plug was pulled, the series looked to continue Fett's development into the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. A disappointing loss for Logan. I don't cry, but I started tearing up when I saw some of these episodes and what I was doing, he said. So we actually recorded them. Yeah, that's all that's left. They might come back, you never know. When announcing the cancellation of the Clone Wars in 2013, Lucasfilm said the decision was made to pursue a new direction in animated programming. When streaming rights for the series was acquired by Netflix, Vice President of Content Acquisition Sean Carey pointed out the series really aged up over the years and went to a darker place and didn't fit Cartoon Network brands any longer. Disney would later launch the more kid-friendly Star Wars Rebels before resurrecting Clone Wars, announcing the revival to a much fanfare at San Diego. Now, let's watch the scene they did film. It's unfinished and it's raw, but it is the scene of Cad Bane and Boba Fett having the showdown from Clone Wars.
Bane! I wouldn't be so hasty now, boy. Let them go, Bane. This isn't a fight anymore. Always fighting for those in need. That's a quick way to wind up poor or dead. And probably both. No more innocent people are going to die. All be locked up, all live in fear.
Yeah.
Looks like your little insurrection has failed.
Bosk.
I'll surrender. I'll let your friends walk away. I say, they give the kid his shot. So that's it. Just you and me then. Boba Fett. I guess it is.
Okay, so there it was. That was the unfinished product of Cad Bane and Boba Fett having an old western throwdown. And we don't know exactly how that was supposed to end, but that was a scene they put together that was from the Clone Wars, and it never aired. Now, interesting, will we get to see the Boba Fett arc finish or continue in the new Clone Wars? I hope so. It was cool to see Boba Fett. It's one reason why in the Boba Fett movie I wanted it to be post-Jedi, because we got a great deal of the Boba Fett origin story from the Clone Wars. And so I just thought the movie should start after post-Jedi, post-Sarlacc. Anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe. I thought this was interesting. Not everybody's seen this. Tell me what you think about the Clone Wars having been initially canceled due to it getting too graphic. Now, I will say this. I do believe the Clone Wars was more of an adult's show. Resistance is most definitely a kid's show. And Rebels was sort of somewhere in between. So anyway, by the way, for the record, I think more adults watch this stuff than kids. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's hardcore Star Wars fans that are really watching this stuff. Anyway, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Join the Rhodes Squadron. Until next time, peace. I'm out.